This is a very interesting piece because I saw this when I watched the grand finals of EWC. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to most of the tournaments, but I did watch the semis and the grand finals. Our broke boys finally earned enough money to not walk back home to Korea, I guess, or not swim back home to Korea. I mean, most of you know T1. Of course, Tyler1 is like the, I wouldn't say the biggest influencer in League has got to be Kadrol. Back in the days, he was #1. He was undisputed #1. When he played, people tuned in. Even nowadays, when he plays, there's still like tens of thousands, maybe 20,000 people watching. I used to not be that big of a fan because I don't really like super loud streamers, and he is the epitome of loud equals funny. Nowadays, now that he's mellowed out a lot, I think he's a lot more watchable. He's matured as a person. Of course, he's a father now. Slacks, I'm sure most of you are not familiar with him. He is a host of Dota 2 events, and by that I mean he's like the MC. He's like the funny guy. He's the cringe guy who they throw into fan segments and hope that he performs well. Basically, how he got his start was pretty interesting as well. How he got his start was he went around, I forgot which TI, it was one of the earlier TIs, I think maybe TI4, TI5, something like that, doing interviews on the outside with fans and just making content about it.
Well, my man, you did it. It was a fantastic run. You're the best guy around. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people out there? I'll keep it nice and short since you've been here all goddamn day. Pardon my French. To the fans, he ended TI4. We're all alone. That's the last word of the entire video. Knock it out of the park.
You're more crazy than I am, I think.
Oh, there it is. Thank you for coming out, man.
He used to make content in Dota, voicing the heroes that he played, which is like super fucking funny.
That's what I'm talking about. Kick his ass. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
So these two guys have come together on the EWC stage to talk about Dota and League. I'm gonna be honest, I've seen this already, hence I know it exists, but let's see what happens.
Hey everybody, we are here to solve the debate once and for all. What is better, League or Dota? I'm here with Tyler1. How you doing, Tyler?
I'm absolutely awesome as always.
Wow, that is fantastic. All right, great. Well, I guess we should just get things started here. I could probably start so you can steal all of my ideas and claim that they're yours. League of Legends.
For Dota players, this makes sense. For League players, this might not make as much sense, because most of you probably don't really understand the history behind the individual known as Pendragon and what he did to gut the Dota community. Quick crash course. Pendragon was a developer in the original Dota All-Stars, and he owns the Dota forums, which a lot of people post there because back in the day, Reddit didn't exist. Dota forums are Dota forums. People who play that game, people who wanted download links to the newer updated patches, newer updated maps, people who want to just discuss shit, pro players looking for teams, people who like sports, they're gonna go to sports subreddits to like do fantasy booking, or maybe they have their fantasy leagues. I'm sure those of you who play MOBAs, those of you who play other games as well, they're gonna have ideas, concepts for newer heroes, newer champions that hasn't existed yet. These are things that fans post in the forum. Ever since Pendragon decided to switch sides and leave Dota to join Riot, he took down the entire forums and replaced it with a League of Legends ad. Side note, I don't know if this is the actual ad, but it is the oldest ad that I can find. So a lot of the old archives and shit, they were not retrievable, and that includes a lot of concepts that people posted for what would become early concepts for League champions. Now you see why a lot of people don't really like Pendragon. A lot of League players might not even know who Pendragon is. Crash course, a history lesson.
Oh, no, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. League of Legends obviously exists, but Dota is a superior game. You guys took everything about Dota, copied it, did it worse.
Okay, I'm not trying to cut him off. I'm not.
All right, go ahead.
I cannot bear to see this guy talk.
Please, go.
He's lanky, pale, bald, unlike me.
True.
Terrible at games, I can tell. Brother, Dota has built-in lag.
built-in lag.
Turn rate is built-in lag.
Wow, that is actually impressive.
It is a clown game.
That's
You
interesting.
know why they have built-in lag?
Why is
People
that?
are always like, oh, it's to balance the range and the melee characters. It's just you guys don't have hands. You have no micro. You have no mechanics.
Oh, that's really so.
Turn fast. You get click fast.
That makes a lot of sense that you don't like turning. I mean, your traps are so big you can barely turn your goddamn head.
Is that an insult?
That's not an
I'm a
insult.
freak.
I'm a big fan. I think you look great. Listen, turn rate is a big deal. It's called skill, my friend. You got to be planning stuff. Being able to.
Fucking A, dude. Yeah, I've heard this a lot. So I can understand why a lot of League players, whenever they decide to play Dota or give Dota a try for the first time, the turn rate is a big turnoff. It does feel like a lag, right? Because whenever you turn in League, it's just pretty much instant. You just start facing that direction and go. In Dota, your hero has to turn in that direction before they start walking. It feels a bit janky, but it's something we're used to in Dota. That's always been a thing. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a skill-based thing. It's just a design thing that we're used to. That because you start playing Dota from a young age, you're not really like complaining about these kinds of things anymore. It's just how the game is. And when you're playing League, it feels a lot more smoother. I guess literally just smoother because there's no turn rates, there's no fucking anything. League is also really ping reliant. If you have a high ping playing League, you are already at a freaking disadvantage.
Follow stuff, look at stuff, it's a big deal. You know?
Okay.
Yo,
And then
he didn't even turn. This guy has no
Okay, he
idea how
threw
to
a
turn
shoe.
at all.
Oh, this guy.
I'm not turning.
Okay, bro.
Your ability to follow and turn. This guy.
Okay.
Yo.
And then
He didn't even turn. This guy has no
Okay, he
idea how
threw
to
a
turn
shoe.
at all.
Oh, this guy.
I'm not turning.
Okay, bro.
Your ability to follow action is not good because you're a League player. You don't get it, and that's okay.
Okay. That's turn rate. Terrible. Horrible, by the way. Turn rate's terrible. There's no argument. It's why
Wait.
I
Let me
played Dota.
stop you. Let me
I'm
stop.
not done yet.
All right, go ahead.
I played Dota,
Yeah.
and I got almost to gold
Wait.
as a Pudge player.
Why are you defending League? Didn't you get banned from that game?
Yes, but
True.
I'm grown. I've matured, and my actions were
what?
unreasonable.
You played Dota when you got banned from League. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the only way I'd play that game. There was nothing else.
Why did you stop playing Dota? I forget. Can you tell that
There was
story?
nothing else because
Right didn't contact you and say stop playing this game?
That is not what happened. I
No.
got bored of it because it's a terrible game.
Okay. I'm sure you would get bored of it. Not as
No, Riot probably didn't contact them to stop playing the game. I just think... So, for those of you who are unaware, back then, Tyler1 was pretty fucking toxic, right? He would just constantly get banned on, like, across all of his accounts to the point where I think Riot implemented a hardware ban against him. I don't know if it was a hardware ban or an IP ban, something like that. Whenever he streams League, his account just gets banned. So he can never ever play League on stream.
I don't know where I'm gonna go, guys. From here, you know. Sad day, guys. Sad day.
Then he went on a full variety arc. He went to play like multiple different kinds of games. But the moment he started playing Dota, Riot came calling. Riot and banned him.
interesting for you. Not enough
Y'all know the rest.
clad
he's
female characters with.
Okay, that's okay. That I'm not saying League.
Hey, I'm not saying that either.
I'm not saying League of Legends is perfect, but
Listen.
I will say this:
Yeah.
Dota has a mechanic where you.
So this
okay,
is-
that I'm not.
I'm sure you
No.
would get bored of it.
No.
Not as interesting for you. Not enough
He's
scantily
rage baiting.
clad
He's
female characters with.
Okay, that's okay. That I'm not.
I like scantily clad female characters. I don't see a problem with it. A lot of people don't as well. I'm not saying Dota needs a lot of it, but I don't mind it. I don't mind that it exists in League. Not that I'll ever spend the money on the skins, but if it's eye candy, it's eye candy. Like, who gives a shit? If it attracts a lot more people and it works in your favor, I don't see why not. It's the same goes for Marvel Rivals. Why do people play that game? Maybe it's good, like the core concept of it is good, but why do people stick around in that game? Why do people spend money in that game? Same goes for Dota. There's maybe like 2 or 3 heroes that you can somewhat sexualize, I guess. Well, for normies, there's a subsection of the Dota community that's a bit more eccentric in their taste. Let's just say that. I don't mind it. Maybe I play a lot of gacha games. Maybe that's why. Maybe I don't give a shit. If they look good, they look good. And if it attracts people to buy your skins, and if it attracts people to spend money, that's just how things are. Nobody wants to be fucking Concord. We all know that story.
I'm not saying League.
Hey, I'm not saying that either.
I'm not saying League of Legends is perfect, but
Listen.
I will say this:
Yeah.
Dota has a mechanic where you can buy back as well.
You
correct?
can.
Yes.
You can. It's called spending money.
Yeah, it's called "You Made a Misplay. Here's a get out of jail free card."
Well, no. In Dota,
No?
our players spend money in the game instead of out of the game to buy a $500 autograph that they never wanted.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. Turn rate is a big deal, but I heard League has.
Oh my god. I like buyback. I don't like that League doesn't have buyback. You can own the entire freaking game, and one mistake and it's over. Like, of course, you can say a skill issue, right? Positioning, whatever the fuck. But sometimes people just get lucky, and it's over in an instant. I don't like that.
Turn what?
Oh, sorry. It's not turn rate. It's turnover rate of the.
Okay, this guy has rehearsed this. Okay, he has rehearsed it, by the way.
It's okay.
Yes, maybe the staff, but people play the game well.
Which one?
League of Legends. It's one of the most popular games in the world for years.
Yeah, until
cannot
Mobile
say the same
Legends
thing
Bang
about
Bang
Dota.
came out,
The
it was great.
only people, that's not true. That's not true. The only people that play Dota
Yeah.
are like,
Hey, both games lost a fuck ton of players to Mobile Legends. Most of China, is it 王者荣耀 or something? I don't remember the name of the game. It's pretty much a League clone. Over here in Southeast Asia, they play Mobile Legends, of course. So we lost a metric fuck ton of people to these games. I'm sure both of our communities hate it.
European players.
That is true. I mean, Dota does not have a lot of players, and you guys are so much bigger
Yeah.
than us. I completely agree. There's a lot of people that eat fast food instead of going to a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
Wait, now you're insulting America as a whole.
I'm not insulting America.
These aren't even League players.
No.
Okay, how about the League players in like
Oi, oi, oi. As someone who has dipped their toes into League, I'm not like super. Maybe I'm at a 15% level of understanding of the game. Whereas in Dota, I've pretty much spent like half my life playing the game, pretty much. I wouldn't say that. Just sometimes Dota players are salty about League's success, right? As much as people would not want to admit it, Dota would be really good if Valve paid more attention to it and gave the treatment that Riot gives to League. You look at the opening ceremonies, you compare the differences of the opening ceremonies between Worlds and TI, fucking night and day, dude. Even back in 2017, you had the biggest Chinese artist of all time in Jay Chou performing in the opening ceremony. Iconic songs for Worlds year after year. You have stuff like Arcane that is just mega popular and draws people into the game that's not necessarily into MOBAs at all, and they'll probably uninstall it like a day after, but that's fine. And they just do a lot of shit, and you could say that yes, it's all marketing to just get people to play League more, but Dota doesn't have that shit. What do we get for TI opening ceremonies? We get Gaben, or at least we used to get Gaben, physically appearing at TI and just saying,
Welcome to the International.
he doesn't even appear anymore because he lives in New Zealand, I think. Just sends in a video saying, welcome to the International. It's kind of sad. The Dota community might be coping and say that we don't need this shit. We don't need a lot of scantily clad female characters in the game. We don't need Linkin Park performing our song. But they wouldn't complain if it does happen. Let's just say that.
Korea.
Where?
Korea probably played.
Oh my
as
God,
well.
that's where
Maybe.
that's
Okay.
where Faker is from, right?
Yes.
Faker! Oh my God! What other pros do you guys have?
Okay, do you know what? I don't know a namesake pro Dota player.
Huh?
Oh. Tyler made the point that a lot of Dota players are just European. I think he just meant to say Russian. Let's just be honest. Dota has a lot of Russian players. It's still probably the most popular game in Russia still. In other regions, not so much. And he also said that League is really fucking popular in Korea. Yeah, of course. We all know that. Dota never managed to penetrate the market of Korea, mainly due to Faker. Because of Faker's success, he has a chokehold, and he and League in general has a big chokehold over the esports scene in Korea. Nobody wanted to play Dota, pretty much. I mean, maybe for the global audience, the general population, they wouldn't know who anyone is besides Faker, right? Then again, you look at Dota. Can anyone name one Dota player? One pro Dota player? Yes, the general population, I don't think so.
Who's that?
And I have also mentioned this in a comment in another video that's like, I wonder how big the void is if Faker decides to retire. I think it'll actually like be a really fucking sad day for a majority of League players and for a majority of Koreans, to the point where it's gonna be like a really difficult position to fill, right? It's gonna be like an eternal void or something like that. Some people have already positioned Carrier to be like the second in line, despite the fact that I think Carrier plays really flashy. Faker's Faker, man.
Who's a shelf Dota player?
We don't want you to know. Everyone's always like, Dota doesn't have enough players.
Because nobody watches the game.
Good. Dude, if a lot of people advertise Dota 2, then we'd have a bunch of goddamn League players. You think I want to play with those guys?
Yeah, you need some players in your game to even queue up. You're probably scraping the bottom of the barrel right now.
I mean, you do have me.
Your queue time is probably 25, 30 minutes.
How much does it cost to buy all League of Legends heroes?
I think you can't, dude.
It's about $588 to buy all the heroes?
Almost.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Then you have to buy the skins too, man. Dr. Karma. I'm looking at this shit.
I could buy a person with that kind of money.
So to give you guys a quick statistical metric, biggest co-streamer of League is definitely Casual. It is undisputed. He had about 150k or so people watching him during the grand finals. I think if T1 was in the grand finals, that number would probably double. Unfortunately, they're not really in a good form right now. So in comparison to Dota, where Gork is the main guy who's co-streaming these events, that is not Russian.
We have a guest coming, boys.
That I've seen
entire tournament. Look who it is. Headset.
I'm gonna pause.
Who invited you here, bro?
What up? First of all, why do you have so many cameras?
What do you mean, why? Because I'm the boss, you know? I got player
What
cams,
is
I got
this?
everything. You don't have this shit?
You're like a professional spectator?
Dude, this is the first time they give me this. I have like, yeah, I can look at the players, I can look at all kinds of stuff. This is
Wait,
the
are you
difference.
production?
I'm not production, they gave me this.
What?
Yeah.
Nobody
bro,
on League has.
this is what you get in Dota, bro. This League
Nobody on League has this, by the way.
Really?
On the Russian side, it's a lot bigger. Let's just say that. Because there's a lot of ex-pro players streaming it as well. There's like the main Russian Dota streamer. Gorik is Dota's Casual. Or rather, I should say, Casual is League's Gork. Gork started co-streaming events before Casual even started streaming. So he got 10,000 viewers. Not necessarily good numbers compared to League, but everyone knows at this point Dota's just a smaller game, right?
You're probably scraping the bottom of the barrel right now.
I mean, you do have me.
Your queue time is probably 25, 30 minutes.
Yes. All right, you got me there. You know, here I would probably surrender, but unlike a League player, I'm not a so I'll keep going. What? I'm surprised. You are so good at.
I don't think he's wrong on this. I think League players give up way too easily. Just because there's a surrender option doesn't mean you should click it every time. I swear there's some people who bind the surrender button to one of their hotkeys. I don't know what the fuck, but every little misplay, every death that happens, every little single mistake that happens, they just forfeit. They have that key prepped. They have an external button that is not on their keyboard. They buy like, you know, one of those Osu keyboards that only have like 2 buttons. They have that, and one of them is binded to surrender.
Debating for a guy that has no ability to talk in his game.
I can talk about game.
No, you can't.
They're gonna have voice. Yeah, but they said it's coming.
Oh, is that
soon.
coming?
It's coming soon.
Oh, like the replay system? Is that coming? Hell yeah.
It's coming soon. Soon.
Guys, just spend a little bit more money unlocking heroes. When they're done with the fighting
called
game,
champions.
when they're done with the card game,
They're called champions.
they'll get to that. They'll get to that.
Because League of Legends is like their owners they can take over the industry in different fields other than just.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
really interesting. Take
it's Tencent, right?
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me retract that, because I forgot who made that.
So one thing I can say that's really, but this is China, like the whole Chinese gaming industry in general, they see what works and they immediately copy it and they immediately make their own version of it. That's just how it is. One thing I'll give it to Tencent and Riot is that they are really fucking fast when it comes to capitalizing on things. I don't know how many years it was ago that auto chess blew up in Dota. Pretty much everyone, even big streamers that never enjoy strategy games but they just like wanted to grind it, they open Dota just to play auto chess. And what does Valve do to capitalize on this? Absolutely nothing. They did try eventually and they came up with Dota Underlords, but that only lasted for like a month. They also tried to do a card game, which we all know as Artifacts, but it is now turned into an artifact. Riot on the other hand, saw that people are playing, like opening Dota just to play these games. They made their own, and they made it relatively fast, I would say. It's called TFT. So they capitalized on the popularity and they made it really freaking fast.
Card game.
They're COD champion.
They'll get to that. They'll get to that.
Because
Okay, so
it's like
replay system. There's so much to talk about in this. I hate League's replay system. Why is it only 20 games? I wish I could just look back at some of the games that I didn't stream. You just can't do that if it's older than 20 games. For whatever reason, the practice tool counts. If you leave a practice tool game, it just takes a slot as well. Voice chat, I don't care about voice chat. Voice chat has never been a good thing in almost any game. My League experience in general has been relatively tame because I mute everyone. I am of the opinion that there is nothing anyone can say in-game that will improve my mood in any way. So I don't think voice chat is a necessary thing, especially in servers where, you know, people are just gonna be speaking so many different languages. My server, Southeast Asia, I played Dota for 15 plus years, man. Almost 20 years. Maybe 20 years at this point. You know how to curse in every single language that every single country has in Southeast Asia. Like, I know how to curse in Tagalog, I know how to curse in Thai, I know how to curse in Vietnamese. It's like League players who know how to curse in Korean, you know? Random European streamers, random NA streamers, they'll suddenly just go like sheep out all of a sudden.
Their owners they can take over the industry in different fields other than just.
That's really interesting.
That's a claim.
Industry.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me retract that. 'Cause I forgot who made that. Okay, let's retract that. Never mind.
No, it's fine.
Never mind.
Yo, if it goes bad, you could just re-release Jinx for the 40th time. I'm sure that would
not
get
even.
back.
They're just lying for camera.
Now put him back in. Put him back in the card
Did
game.
that actually happen? I don't know. I just started playing this year.
Not even. They're just lying for camera.
Now put him back in. Put him back in the card game.
How about Arcane? Arcane did well.
Arcane.
Where's Dota show?
That is
Nobody knows where Dota is.
You gotta say.
Yeah, Arcane compared to Dragon's Blood is not even a comparison. And Dragon's Blood kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Arcane is fucking amazing. I know they're steering away from the Piltover story, but I want a season 3. Just give me a season 3. It's not that hard.
Well,
Arcane.
Where's Dota show?
That is
Nobody knows where Dota is.
You got us there? I mean, our anime was not as good. It is so surprising how much League players love League when they don't have to play that game. It was huge, dude.
Okay, that's
all right.
Fair.
Hey, you know what? You got some great points. I got some great points. I gotta say though, at least
That's kind of true, right? This happens every year, I think. Especially during Worlds season. Maybe they've been out of the game for a while, they haven't played for a while. But then they watch Worlds, they get so fucking hyped, they install the game, they play it, and on the next day they uninstall it. That's the general impression that I get from most of the people who play League.
we can agree. We both hate FPS.
This guy drives me crazy.
We hate FPS. Am I right?
Lucky there's camera crew and people here, or else we might be in a physical.
All right, we are fine. We are fine. We both hate FPSs, though.
True.
Absolute garbage. We're middle class, baby. We're mobile players. All right. Thank you very much. It's solved.
Bro, you rehearsed these.
I never rehearsed anything.
The Tyler got bodied in this. To be fair, Slacks is really fucking good when it comes to content brain shit, and I think he's done a lot of backstage producing for a lot of these events, and he's just a host in general, right? It's like if you're asking a outgoing, extroverted ass caster to debate someone who just talks to the chat 99% of the time. I don't think it's a fair debate. I don't know who. Maybe you put Slacks and Cadril, and maybe they can come up with some good points and debate each other on this. This wasn't even a debate. This was a freaking slaughter.